The Sisters of Maple Street. In a quiet town nestled near the hills, lived three sisters, Emma, Lily, and Scarlett. Emma, the eldest, was wise, gentle, and full of grace. She often helped others and believed in love built on kindness. Lily, the middle sister, was soft-spoken, artistic, and had a heart full of dreams. Scarlett, the youngest, was sharp, bold, and clever, always doing things her way and ignoring advice. They were raised by their sweet grandmother, Grandma Ruth, after their parents passed away. She taught them about love, respect, and patience, but not all of them followed her wisdom. When hearts begin to bloom. One sunny afternoon during the town's spring fair, Emma met Jack, a kind-hearted school teacher. He was drawn to her calm nature and caring soul. Jack said with a soft smile, "You have the kind of peace I didn't know I was looking for." They began spending time together, sharing quiet walks, old books, and warm cups of tea by the porch. Meanwhile, Lily met Noah, a young doctor who ran a free health clinic. He was gentle, encouraging, and loved how Lily saw beauty in everything, especially in people. On a stargazing night, Noah gently kissed Lily's cheek and whispered, "With you, everything feels like home." Scarlett's game. Scarlett had no interest in simple love stories. She laughed at her sisters and said, "I want someone powerful, rich, and exciting, not someone who talks about stars and tea." She started dating Logan, a wealthy businessman from the city. He had charm, expensive suits, and a cold fire in his eyes. He bought her gifts and took her to parties, but behind closed doors, he was controlling. Their relationship was full of passion and arguments. Sometimes he'd hold her tightly and kiss her with fierce intensity. Other times, he'd ignore her messages for hours, only to say, "You're mine, that's enough, don't question me." Scarlett was too proud to admit she was hurted. Weddings and realities. The wedding season came. Emma married Jack in a small garden ceremony filled with flowers and quiet vows. He kissed her forehead as she promised to grow old with him. Lily married Noah in the backyard of Grandma Ruth's house. Her wedding dress had paint stains from where he hugged her too tightly during her vows. Scarlett married Logan in a grand ballroom. Celebrities attended, but Logan didn't smile once during the ceremony. That night, he whispered coldly in her ear, "Now that you're mine, behave like it. Love and its true colors." Emma's life was peaceful. Jack would cook breakfast every morning and kiss her hand before bedtime. Lily's life was joyful. Noah built her a small studio, and every evening they danced in the living room to old love songs. But Scarlett's world was filled with shadows. Logan criticized her looks. He tracked her phone. He once yelled at her for laughing too loud at a party. "You're not funny, you're just Herself in the bathroom, tears streaming down her face, wondering how love had turned into chains. A letter from Grandma Ruth. One day, all three sisters received a letter in the mail. "My dear girls, love doesn't shout or silence you. It speaks gently and listens deeply. Don't confuse passion with power. The best love will never hurt you to prove a point. I hope you chose hearts over wallets and peace over pride." Scarlett read it and broke down, whispering, "I was wrong. I thought I knew everything. Forgiveness and growth." Scarlett visited her sister. She hugged Emma, who kissed her forehead without judgment. She hugged Lily, who smiled and said, "You still have time to choose a better life." Scarlett didn't leave Logan immediately, but she began to change. She stood up for herself. She stopped saying sorry for everything. She found a therapist. She began to paint, just like Lily. One day, Logan tried to mock her painting, and she looked him in the eye and said, "You don't get to define me anymore." He never expected her strength. Final chapter. Three sisters, three lessons. Emma taught us that quiet love is the strongest. Lily reminded us that softness is not weakness. Scarlett proved that even the boldest hearts must learn to heal. They were sisters, different in their choices, but united in love. And in the end, each of them found not just a partner, but themselves. Moral of the story. Love is not about control or chaos, it's about understanding, respect, and healing. And sometimes the bravest thing you can do is walk away from what you thought was love to find what truly is.